But he was like, the way he defines happiness is through discipline. And I was like, damn, like I ain't never looked at it like I ain't never thought about it like that. Like that's that's a good way to think about it. Um and he kind of broke it down. He was like, basically you can gain happiness through seeing results. And the only way to see results typically is to choose something, do it, over a period of time and see the results. And at this point, it doesn't matter what you say because it's about to happen anyway.
Listen to me now.
What is poppin'? Yours truly, the real Jeanna Petty, and I am so, what you say, excited. All right, listen. So on this episode 12, we, as in me, myself, and I, we're talking about discipline, because discipline is one of the main things that I need to level up right now, y'all. Y'all got to work with a sister. If you got some tips on discipline, please let me know. Okay, give me some feedback. Tell me in the comments of my YouTube video, because yes, your girl is working on it. Okay. I never have looked at myself as a person that was a quitter. Okay, because the sister ain't quit. But when it comes to consistency and discipline, baby, I need some work. Okay. So, I'm the type of person, I will literally Google everything, YouTube everything, find a book, listen to a podcast, whatever I gotta do to continue to just create the better version of me. And discipline was one of them. And you know what? What made me really look more into it and really, I guess, change my perspective on it was the fact that I heard a gentleman by the name of James. He is a really, really good, when I tell you this dude is a really good, he's really, he's phenomenal. Okay, good is not a word that I even should use. A phenomenal fitness trainer out in Vegas. And he did a podcast with one of my favorite people in the world, my cousin, and his name is James too. So anyway, he, aka James, aka the Lazy Boxer, he was doing a podcast interview with James. Both of them are James again. So James and James were doing a podcast. And anyways, there was a question asked about what James, the trainer, felt like happiness meant, right? And the way he answered it was so profound to me. It was so profound. And I can't tell you word for word, but he was like, the way he defines happiness is through discipline. And I was like, damn, like I ain't never looked at it like I ain't never thought about it like that. Like that's that's a good way to think about it. And he kind of broke it down. He was like, basically you can gain happiness through seeing results. And the only way to see results typically is to choose something, do it, over a period of time and see the results. That makes people happy, right? And so then, of course, he brought it back to him being, people who work out and train. And so I was just like, man, that's it. So I started researching and looking more into discipline, because clearly I need some more research. And in other words, it really sounds like I'm saying I wasn't happy, right? But no, I just know I always can do better. I can always do more. I can always get more disciplined and prioritize. So that's what I did, and it's still a really in-depth process for me, but I'm loving it. And I just really like the way he put it. It was really good, So I will say this too. I think it was, what is his name? Bob Proctor, who said, just start with the small wins. Because let's be real, you haven't started anywhere. You haven't accomplished whatever you may be looking to accomplish in a sense, right? Depending on what it is. And so he was like, you have to start with those small disciplines, right? In order to develop the habit, make it a routine, make it a ritual. And then you work toward those bigger routines or those bigger disciplines. And at the end of the day, you would have conditioned yourself to, excuse me, y'all, my voice is like in and out. At the end of the day, you would have conditioned yourself to be prepared for those bigger disciplines, right? So I'm just like, yes, this is good, right? This is good. But one thing I will say too is that I love when I put my mind on something. You know, like when you really put your mind on something, as Abraham Hicks say, if you just focus for 17 seconds straight, like things gonna start to pop off. Like you might just need to be careful, okay? But no, when I started really putting my in-depth like research and thoughts and focus into discipline and like what that really means and what does that look like, right? And how do I implement that into my lifestyle? Things started to come and attract and align for me to continue to like be that and do that, right? You should see me right now. I'm like, yeah, be with my hand all up in the air. Cause period, like how they say period, right? No, but yes, discipline, like sheesh. Let me see if I can think of some examples or even look up some examples of like small disciplines. Small disciplines. Hey Siri, give me a list of small disciplines.
Okay, I found this on the web for give me a list of small.
All right, bet. 10 disciplines to sharpen your success. All right. Daily exercise. Okay. Did they say they were simple? Because sometimes that's not simple for people. But, you know, daily exercise. Actually, let me take that back. It can be simple because exercise can consist of a lot of things. And you literally can put 5 minutes into exercising. So exercising is really great. I'm glad they said it. Number 1. Number 2, meditation. My sisters and I, my rich friends down in Florida, we do 5 to 10 minute meditations every day. We used to do like 30-minute meditations. No, take that back. We used to do 15-minute meditations, specifically during the pandemic, moving forward. But anyway, we're working because we got distracted and our routine and our discipline was broken. So we came back and said, you know what? All right, let's just start with something small. Let's just get the habit going, right? Get the discipline going. So anyway, we do 5-minute meditations. Number 3, keeping a journal. Number 4, a nightly gratitude routine. Number 5, a hug. Ooh, never let the day pass without expressing love in some way. True unconditional love. Love without reason. Number 6, eat for success. Ooh, that was a good one right there. Eat for success. Let me screenshot that because that's something that needs to be talked about. Number 7, water. Say it again, sister. Water. The solution to pollution is dilution. Is the caption that says. Number 8, a schedule. Number 9, find your flow. And number 10, commune with nature. I was just talking about that with my girl Jeanna out of LA about going and getting out in nature, like getting that recharge, making that a routine, especially if that's something that really like gives you that energy and that push and that, you know, like we went live today and she came on, she was like high vibrations, like it was all good and you could tell she had got like, you know, a charge up. So if that's what charges you up, do what charges you up, right? Every day. She specifically talked about her skateboarding and I mentioned that I need to get out and go hiking. So yes, do what energizes you and gives you that push so that you can keep that grind. You can go it made me think of that new trend, let's get to the money, let's get to the money, let's get to the money. Yo, so discipline is like, man, the way James said it, it's one of those things of happiness, right? It's a deep thing, and it's what sets people apart. And discipline can be physically, discipline can be mentally. When I tell you the mental disciplines, ooh, you're gonna start getting spicy when you get the mental disciplines. Because when I tell you, ugh, the mindset and the emotional intelligence and like those thoughts, because we have so many thousands of them every second. Ugh, okay. So yes, just giving y'all a few jewels and some gems. Signing off. No, wait a minute. Your sister is okay. This is my first time. This is my first time actually. Sheesh. I'm doing something different. That's all I'm gonna say right now with this podcast. But every podcast, as I mentioned before, we talk about what we need to do to level up. The whole topic was my level up. All right, for today, August 2022. Oh yeah. By the way, y'all, if you're listening to this, put it in your calendar. My birthday is coming up on August 31st. Your queen will be 32. I'm so excited. But we always end our podcast episodes with this. Life is good. People are kind. Love with your heart. Think with your mind. Write it down. Live your dream. Have faith and believe it's true. The one and only famous J-Bo quote. Yes, you know we always top it off, end it off, or not doing a period, but we doing commas because we never done. All right, yours truly, the real Jeanna Petty. Level Up Podcast, and I'll see you on the next episode.